Well, good day, viewers. We have painting on our schedule today. So we'll be removing fixtures, did some research on this wainscoting, and it does recommend to give it a scuff. So we're going to scuff that up, put a primer coat on there, and then put a coat of finish. Understanding, of course, that it still has to be finished, but trying to move along with the painting. We'll be taking down this vent light cover and be painting the ceiling and then painting the walls, trying to get this much closer to installing the toilet. We'll also have to put a finished coat of grout on the floor as well. So big amount of work to do this weekend, so let's get started. I'll be back. Always good to, when taking fixtures out, put their fasteners in tape and then tape them to the fixtures so they don't get lost. That way they'll be ready for you when you go back to install it, without having to look for them, of course. Okay, now that we've got the fixtures out, okay, we're going to now take some 220 sandpaper. We're going to scuff coat this because I did read up on this and recommends to scuff sand it before applying any paints. We're also going to scuff sand the ceiling, trying to get a more glass-like finish, if you will, or very smooth finish. That's what we're going for here. Just trying to do this as if I was, starting from scratch and getting this thing to look the best that it can. So we will have to go around and get those. You can see some imperfections. We're trying to get rid of those. So I'm going to get to that and I'll be back. Okay, so what I decided to do is sand down the entire ceiling pretty much. Also went over it with some skim coats. I don't know if you recall a little earlier in the video what this opening looked like. But again, I'm trying to get this as smooth as possible. Now, I might not be so particular about this ceiling if it was an 8-foot ceiling, because it would be further away from me, so you wouldn't be able to catch all the imperfections. But because the ceiling is so low in this bathroom, I want to try and get it as smooth as possible. Now, what I did do is you can buy a sanding block. We could also make one, so I just grabbed a 2x4, and I started with the 80, which is kind of a grit that you can use to get a lot of the rough stuff off really fast. Once that compound dries, I'm going to hit this with 100 and then 150 and then finally the 220, taking it down to as smooth possible finish as I can get. And I'll probably primer it again with, now I did do the initial priming with the oil base, which is a good start, base primer. We can wrap it up with the latex primer and then put this primer on when we're doing the wainscoting. And of course, when we're doing the finish paint on the ceiling, we can also do the finish paint on the wainscoting. So we'll be back. Have to allow that to dry a little bit. Okay, so we got done with sanding the wainscoting with this 220 sandpaper. Don't forget that anytime you sand something, you should always wipe down with a slightly damp rag the surface to grab any dust. Otherwise, it really defeats the purpose of scuffing the surface for good adhesion, because the dust would create a barrier preventing the paint or primer from making good contact with the surface you're painting. We'll be back. Remember to always keep a clean paint can, because all the debris that build up around the rim end up falling into the can. Also, you have to keep a good clean lid. I noticed these plastic lids, they have little lips on them as well that would, with you letting the paint build up on them, they won't seal properly. This can I had rescue. I had, like I said, some help with some painting, and of course they didn't clean the can, so I did that today. As you can see, the label's going, and I actually had to use an older method to salvage the paint by using what we call a meshed net, almost like fishing net, that you can strain the paint to get rid of any debris that has fallen into the paint. It might not bother most, but it does bother me when I'm taking the time to make everything nice and smooth and clean, and then I run across a booger in the paint. That's just so annoying. So we're back to priming the wainscoting. I am also an avid believer in taking primer and applying it with a brush for wood and smooth surfaces like PVC, because it works it into the material. Rolling walls is okay because that's usually paper drywall, so that usually sucks in without much work. But I do like to work it in to bare wood and PVC. We'll be back. Also, when you're putting on the primer, don't put it on too heavy. You want to put it on in a thin coat. You want to work it in from, for this one I'm doing from bottom to top. Just working it in. And then finish off with one stroke in one direction, whether it's up or down. I don't think it really matters, but in this particular application, it's easier to just do it from bottom to top. We'll be back. Okay, so now we're going to put on the sealant around the tub walls before removing the tape. Of course, we'll have to put the tape back on there again when we go to finish coat the walls. But what my thought here is again, make sure you start with a clean bucket of water and a rag, is to put the sealant on around the tub, remove the tape, polish the tub, reapply the tape, and then of course paint the walls. We're still waiting to paint the ceiling, but I was going to get rid of this here first, so we'll be back. Okay, so now we've got a nice bead of caulk around the entire wall surround. We should be ready for paint, but first we got to prime the ceiling. So we'll be back after that. Okay, so now we're on to priming the bathroom ceiling. We have sanded it, repaired it, sanded it again, wiped it down. I just cut it in. I did find some mohair rollers. That was the name I was looking for. But from what I understand, microfiber rollers are even better than these. But I'm going to use this, and hopefully we don't get any lint in the paint. So I'm off to priming. We'll be back. Okay, so we've got the finished coat of paint on the ceiling. Looks pretty good, with the exception, just love this sometimes, when you get to a point where you think you've done everything you can, you get these little bubbles. So there's nothing I can do about that. This is only the first coat. For some reason there's bubbles along this wall. Probably moisture in the drywall, but I'm not sure where that's coming from. So we're gonna have to let this set overnight, but it does look nice and flat, lint free. So we're gonna pick this up tomorrow. It's kind of late anyway, and give me some time to get over the fact that things didn't go exactly as planned. So I do want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.